Hello and welcome. My name is TJ Brumfield. I'm known on the forums and in the community as Ender Andrew. I'm recording a brief video here for Duke Violation's fantastic contest to kind of show off the new music system, Shroud of the Avatar. I thought the most appropriate place to show it off is in Arteris, a city of beauty and love. It's also home of the Poets Circle and the Bards. There's probably some more beautiful backtracks I could have selected, but again, I thought this was perhaps the most appropriate location. Right now there are two playable instruments, and this is just the first pass of the system. They're going to add a lot more instruments. The lute and the piano, I do want to show both of them off to you a little bit. Right now I'm playing a well-known and kind of famous song, but first I want to show you the Poets Circle. And it's not, again, the most gorgeous location in game, but it's very, very appropriate. The music that you're hearing now, the background music in the game, and almost all the songs you'll ever hear in this game have been composed by fans. They're crowdsourced. There's some really brilliant musical composers that have written this fantastic music for the game, and I do want to show that off. They're going to have an in-game location dedicated to the Poets Circle to recognize their wonderful work and contributions to the game. Here in Arteris, and if you go to the town square here in the center of town, right by this beautiful statue of the Titan Sequana, right here off to the right, you will find the Poets Circle. It's easy to spot because, of course, they've got all these fantastic books to recognize the writing contributions of the game, lutes laying around, and a piano. So I want to show you how the piano differs a little bit from the lute. Just like real world versions, they're going to sound a little different if you play a song on one as opposed to the other. You can free play by hitting individual notes. And so if you're an actual, real, accomplished musician, you know what you're doing, you can hit notes on the piano and be able to play in real time whatever you want, or you can just basically play any file that you have on your computer. This is the first pass of introducing the system to the game, so there's not a graphical interface yet, but that should be coming soon. But you could just select a song by typing it. If I want to play Help by the Beatles, I happen to have this file on my computer. You do have to have it locally in order to be able to play it. You can hear a little bit what this sounds like on the piano. And then I'm going to play this exact same song on the lute so you can hear the differences. We get up here, I have a lute equipped on my character. So I'm going to play Help on the lute now. As you can see, it sounds a little differently. In the spirit of the contest, we're going to play a little bit of video game music. Now, obviously, this doesn't sound exactly like a real-world instrument. We don't have a fantastic symphony playing. There are some limitations to how this sounds in game a little bit, though I think it sounds actually quite good. So I want to kind of pay tribute to maybe some limited older video game music systems, chiptunes on old Nintendo NES games that came out in like 1985-86. Let's start with Castlevania. If I could type, this is a medley of songs from Castlevania 1. Even though the Nintendo original NES had just a simple chiptune, very simple sound processor, was not capable of producing fantastic sounds, some people were able to live with those limitations and produce some really memorable, fantastic music that still holds up and is worth listening to. And this is a really lengthy medley, so we're not going to listen to all 11 minutes of this. I'm going to skip ahead to a couple other songs. Absolutely one of the most memorable songs to come out of the NES era has to be the Zelda main theme. Second maybe only to Super Mario theme as far as how memorable it is. I have this as a ringtone on my phone. I'm a huge fan of the Zelda theme. It's simple, and yet it is a really kind of exquisite song. And lastly, I think it's kind of appropriate to finish up with an RPG. Dragon Warrior was perhaps the earliest and most influential of RPGs on the Nintendo system, but the one that kind of stuck around more, at least in American perspective, is the Final Fantasy series. And I think that the music of the Final Fantasy series is absolutely brilliant. There's a reason why even these simple tunes are now being played by live orchestras that tour the country, because Final Fantasy music is just brilliant. So let's go ahead and start with the song that started all off, the prelude from Final Fantasy 1 that has kind of carried over and been reimagined in later Final Fantasy games. Anyways, this gives you basic overview, gives you an idea of what's capable in the game, and this is just, again, first pass. There'll be other types of instruments being added, though even now in the earliest first pass of the game, there is the ability to synchronize other players. One person can play the lute, one person can play the piano, one person will be able to play percussion when it's added. Then we'll have our own notation files that are appropriate for our instrument, and we can synchronize and play live so that everybody can hear a performance by multiple musicians at once, and that support's already in the game. Anyways, I want to thank you all for checking out the video. It's nothing much, but hopefully gives you an idea of what the system's capable of, and I want to thank Duke Violation for sponsoring this fantastic contest, and of course the fine devs at Program who have made this game that have the foresight to include sandbox features like this. It's a crowdfunded game, small team, small budget, but great aspirations. It's a very ambitious game. If you have not already pledged, please do so and support this wonderful game. Thanks.